Hi everybody, so today I'm going to do a review of the Thompson Chain-Reference Bible. This one that I have here is a large print KJV. There's the ISBN number and the model number. So this one is a black bonded leather, comes in a clamshell box. So they give you a lot of information on the back side of this, so it's pretty neat. Gives you information on the chain references, the forward chains, new topics, better than a concordance. And then also, this is one thing that I really like about it. It's self-directed study. So it lets scripture interpret scripture, which that I really like. This one is done by Kirkbride. They did provide this copy for review. This one here measures out at 10 3/8 inches tall by 7 5/8 inches wide, and it is 1 3/8 thick. So we've got black and yellow head and tail bands. We do have some gold gilding. So the gilding does look really nice. And again, it is a bonded leather, but it does have a nice pattern on there. They do stamp them not for resale, and I like that they do. Prevents reviewers from turning around and selling them. So on the spine we have Thompson Chain-Reference Bible, KJV, large print, red letter, and Kirkbride. So you can see that this is a good sized Bible. So we're going to have a vinyl paste down liner. Does have a sewn binding, and this is a review copy, so it's not going to be perfect. So we've got a few pages of blank cardstock, then it's got some more vinyl pages, so this could be why this one ended up being a review copy. And then we're going to get into our title pages. This one happens to be the 21st printing, which was in January of 2018. We're going to have all of our contents. We've got a page on comprehensive Bible helps. So this is kind of neat, and that's going to refer us to the back of the Bible. Then we've got a preface to this reference Bible, the analytical and synthetic system of Bible study. So this is pretty neat. So if you get a Thompson chain, you definitely want to spend time in these first pages, because otherwise you might open it up and be completely thrown off on how to use it. So we've got the explanation of the margins, the text cyclopedia, and the journey maps. So we've got the practical advantage of this Bible. So you can do all kinds of different studies. So you can follow a chain, which that's kind of neat. You can do a book study. You can do studies on the writers, or an analysis of the books, key verses, key thoughts, the main themes. You can do chapter studies, passage and verse studies. So tons of different ways to use this Bible, and you could use this one every day for your whole life, and you'll probably still be learning stuff on your last day. So that's what's really unique about this one. So the font in this one, it is a 10-point font. So I'll get you up closer so you can see the font. And as always, the camera picks up more ghosting than what I'm seeing. So we've got a 10-point font. It's a double column format, and then everything for the left column is going to be on the inside margin. Everything for the right will be on the outside margin. So this page here is kind of neat. It kind of has, in fact, I'll see if I can get you a little bit closer to that. So it gives you all of the books of the Bible. They call it the river of inspiration. So we go from the Pentateuch to the history books, poetry, major and minor prophets, and then we have 400 silent years over on this side. And then we get back to the New Testament. So we've got history in the New Testament with the Gospels and Acts. And then we get into the Pauline epistles, the general epistles, and then Revelation. So that's kind of a neat drawing, the way that that is. And in this columns here, so we can see right here, let me see if I can get this a little bit closer, make it a little bit easier for you to see. All right, so if we look over into the left side here, we're going to see creator. So Genesis, of course, is the book of creation. So we've got in the beginning God created, and so we're going to be talking about the creator. So if we go to 884 in the back of the topics, so in this particular Bible, we're going to have this section here, from here over, is all of the back matter of this Bible. So a third of this Bible is going to be all of the study helps. So let me get to there. So then if we get you back to being a little bit closer there, we're going to see here, we come back to number 884, and it talks about Creator. And then we're going to see all of the verses that pertain to that. So that's going to be our whole chain on that one. Some topics are going to have a really big chain, others not so much. Just kind of depends. So like some of these just have really small ones, as you can see there, where others may have quite a bit more. But it's really nice to be able to let Scripture interpret Scripture. And I mean, like I said, you can use this every day of your life and still be learning something new at the end. It is a verse by verse format, so I do really like that. And you can also see that not all of this space is utilized. So if you're a note taker, you're going to have a lot of space in here to be able to put your own notes. So some areas will have a little bit more, some less. But the large print, it is nice to have this in a larger print so that you can see it. So we can see that it is going to be self-pronouncing. So you can see right there. But it's got a nice sewn binding, and it's pretty much lays flat wherever you put it. I would definitely recommend breaking it in if you were to get one. We're going to get back here. If I can get a hold of that. So we've got the Chain-Reference New Testament. So it's going to talk about that, and then we're going to get right into it. So this is kind of a neat page right here. So we've got the Old Testament there on the left, the silent years, and they show that they're linked with Christ. So that's pretty neat. I like the way that they did that. So they've got really unique artwork that is in this one. We'll see some of that artwork here in a minute. So here is our red letter, and this is probably one of the biggest complaints that people have, is the red letter in this. It is really a bright red. It's not a dark red at all. And so a lot of people find that really hard on their eyes, and they would like to see them go with a deeper red so that you can actually see a lot better. I do happen to have another Bible sitting right by me, so I'm going to go ahead and open it to the red letter in it, just to kind of show you an example here. So we've got, so this is the New Open Bible. And you can see that that's a nice deep shade of red, and you can see that this is a lot brighter. So if they did a little bit better on the red, it would make it a lot easier, because it is hard to see, and in this light that I've got in the kitchen, it is quite a bit harder on the eyes. We do have one black ribbon marker. It is double satin, so it's nice to have a ribbon. And again, this is going to be the complete system of biblical studies, and we can see how much of the Bible that takes up. Boy, if I can get a hold of these pages here. So we're going to have the principles of Bible study, the best methods of study, comprehensive Bible helps. We're going to get into a general index. We can see that there's a lot of information in here. It's a 4-column format, so lots of stuff in this. I mean, this Bible is just massive. Lots of great stuff. So we're going to get into our, so we've got all of our different numbers here, if I can get to the beginning of it. I should have bookmarked that section, and I didn't. Okay, so we've got the condensed encyclopedia of topics and texts, and then this is our numbering system. So when we're looking in the biblical text and it tells us number 3000, then you would want to come back here and go to that number 3000. These are all a 3-column format. And because this is the large print, it's going to be a lot easier to read. So I just want to show you some of the neat things in here that you'll only see in a Thompson chain. So the outline studies of the Bible, and some of this artwork is just really unique. So this is really cool because this is going to be the origin and growth of the English Bible. So it starts off at the bottom on this left-hand side with the original manuscripts, then goes up to early copies, ancient copies, then you get up to Wycliffe, Tyndale, all of those, and then we get up to the top and we go across and you can see all the years there as far as when those were done. And then drops down and we see the Dead Sea Scrolls and newly discovered manuscripts. So that's a pretty neat chart there. And it's nice and dark print. And then this gives us all of the information on the different English versions. So it goes through the Coverdale Bible, the Matthews Bible, the Geneva and the Bishop's Bible. We've got the New American Standard, New English. So all of the different ones. So that's really neat. This is a drawing on the Messianic stars. So the artwork is just, it's so unique the way that they have this in here. Then we've got the Old Testament condensed outline and the New Testament condensed outline. Then we're going to get periods of Old Testament history, intervals between the Testaments. We've got outline studies of the books of the Bible. So just tons of ways to study this one. So if you don't have a Thompson chain in your possession, they offer it in the large print only in the King James, but as far as the regular size, you can get it in the King James, the ESV, the New King James, the New American Standard. So there are a lot of options. So that's kind of a neat drawing right there. Then these are all the prophecies and their fulfillment arranged chronologically. And prophecy is just really neat, and it's awesome to see how Christ fulfills so many of them. Here is the tree of Jesus's life. So again, just really unique and something that you're only going to see in a Thompson chain. So we've got the key to the tree of life of Jesus, and then also the harmony of the Gospels. We're going to have some artist renderings here. So we've got the model of Herod's temple. Then we've got a picture of the Rosetta Stone. So this is the archaeological supplement. So some will have reconstruction. So we've got a reconstruction of Babylon and the Ishtar Gate. But then down here we've got actual remains of it. So that would be the Ishtar Gate at Babylon. Ruins of the village of Bethany. So it's really neat to see these. We've got the Garden of Gethsemane. So really fascinating to see pictures of the actual places. Then we get back into the Concordance and the key to the topical study. And then these are going to be a 3-column format. The words are done in bold. Now these are a little bit smaller, but they're still really readable. But this is a large Bible. Then we've got the Scripture Atlas and the list of the maps. So we're going to have all of that, and then we're going to get back into the maps. The maps are really neat. We've got a page of blank paper there. So one thing we can see here in the gutter, you can see that there we've got the stitching, so evidence of our sewn binding. But what's nice on these maps, as I just crinkled one, is that they're on a Bible paper. So they're not on a thick cardstock. So they're actually really neat that they're done on Bible paper. There's going to be 14 maps. They're all nicely done. And there's the one I just crinkled. Hopefully it will start to lay flat. And then we've got more. And I don't know if this was just an accident in here because it's in the front and the back. And I don't think that they all come that way. But It's just kind of interesting. So that could be why this one was marked as a review copy. But a really neat Bible. If you don't have a Thompson chain, I would definitely recommend getting one. And again, tons of translations, so lots of options. And if you really like it and they don't have a cover option that you like, Church Bible Publishers does some really nice bindings on the King James versions. So again, this is the Thompson Chain-Reference Bible. There's the ISBN number. It retails for $95.99, but I think right now they're, depending on where you go to get it, anywhere from the $50 to the $78 range at the moment, at the time that I'm filming this video. So there will be a link in the description box. And I'd like to thank Kirkbride for sending out this copy for review. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.